And we're back to the adventures of the Stradivar. And yeah. Um
Bum, bum, bum,
Woo!
bum, dun, dun, bum, dun. Sorry.
Who are you
Vincent
people?
I was gonna take the form of the background music.
so I'm not going to give a recap today.
Okay.
I'm not going to give a
Whoa.
recap today. Instead, I'm going to say that you all woke up and you had this crazy ass dream. Or at least it felt like a dream, except for Galavar.
Oh, that's
You
right.
guys are in the middle. You're like a week into re-outfitting Meat's ship, his turtle ship, to be able to go underwater, be magically kind of sealed and fed, with air systems and temperature control and all that. Um, um, you found this like crazy wizard. He's like completely bald on top, and he's got like long, like gray, scraggly hair. It seems like he like never brushes it. And he wears these kind of like darkened, like circular, eyeglasses. And he's got like a crew of like wizards that he employs. To do these upgrades to ships, and he's been kind of like he's been like you've been watching him like kind of order them around as they go around, and they kind of put runes on specific parts, and he assures you that they'll all wash off after the process is done, but it's a long process. And so you guys have kind of been around, and you've just been um, watching the process or getting ready for your upcoming trip to the abyss. And yeah, this night happens. You all wake up, some crazy shit happened. Galavar, you got a nice night's sleep. And you guys reconvene. You meet up for breakfast or whatever you guys normally do. What do you say to each other?
Man, that was so weird. I slept for the first time ever.
Oh yeah.
Did you guys have a dream?
And also think she was in a coma.
Yeah, I
Who
kind
got
of
into
do.
these hallucinogenic mushrooms?
Did we run into Noth at the Golden Hour Bazaar?
Oh yeah. Did she sell us the good shit?
Yeah, hey, listen, what have you been bringing back from work? Come on.
Once you're a level 20 wizard, you start your mind starts going places.
Wait,
With
so
or without your consent?
Yeah.
wait, so did all of you remember the dream?
With the angels, right?
you all were there, except for Galavar.
Yeah, why wasn't Galavar there?
Galavar, what happened to you?
I don't know. I slept just fine. No. Wouldn't be the
Man,
first
there was
time.
a lot of pretty ladies there.
Yeah, was there?
No,
I like mine with wings.
there was only a few buff men, and Satan claws.
I mean, to be completely fair, all of them were fairly androgynous.
Okay.
So
Yeah, angels tend to be.
yeah,
I still
I mean,
just could
they're
not
all
get
very
my,
pretty.
couldn't get the image out of my head of like All Might as the main one, which is just like a voice.
So yeah, you guys gonna tell
Hmm.
Galavar what happened?
Yeah,
He just like
Galavar,
grabs his
what
head and is
happened?
turning it and looking and inspecting and is like, "What happened to you? Were you injured? Why weren't you there? Did you see them?"
See, I think you guys are the one that need to be inspected. What?
yeah, Galavar has got to be very confused. I'm pretty confused myself, Galavar. I slept. I don't sleep. How come I slept?
He doesn't sleep.
I
Last Must have
I'm
been
not a
camp.
wizard.
She stared at me for 12 hours. It scared me.
Are you secretly a Kalishtar? Did you somehow enter the dream realm on your own?
I have no idea.
What do you
Not
know
on
Celestial?
purpose. That's for sure. So anyway, there was like these angel thingies, and we fought them. Yeah. What did they want from us again?
They wanted us to fight.
Oh yeah, they wanted to like test our strength. I think like
They said
wanted...
we were some part of a prophecy or something. I don't know.
Yeah. And they couldn't tell us about it, even though we asked and said that if it's prophecy and it's already told, then telling us shouldn't change it. But then they said that actually it would, and they kind of laughed at us, and I think one looked kind of angry when I talked.
You could tell if somebody's angry, meat.
He just blinks one eye at a time.
Interesting. Maybe I'm just not part of any prophecy then. Maybe I won't be around when this thing happens for you guys, and they're just testing you.
Maybe part of the prophecy was like what happened in like the Lurkwood or before Galavar joined the crew.
Yeah, maybe they're behind schedule like the MIP. Maybe they're prepping you for the Lurkwood, and they just didn't know.
Maybe. Wait, was Galavar with us when he went into the Sky Dungeon and banished the angel? You were there for that?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, that angel was there.
Yeah, he
Oh, it was the same one?
It was the same one.
Was he angry that he didn't get to participate?
He didn't talk. That one didn't talk. I have a feeling he might have been upsetty.
Well, the last time he spoke, he got banished.
Spaghetti.
I don't know if they have spaghetti in the spirit realm or wherever he was.
Now I want spaghetti. Can we have spaghetti for breakfast?
They were, actually. I don't know if they were men.
I don't know. They were pretty gorgeous, though. Wouldn't really matter to Mana or to me. I'll take them either way.
We almost killed one. Or, well, Listen almost killed one, and we had to stop him.
That's understandable.
They needed to send
we
us
don't
back.
need to be pissing off the angel.
It still could have been a dream. We don't really know.
It's kind of weird that we all had the same dream.
Anyway, about this going to the Abyss.
Mm-hmm.
How is your boat doing, Meat? Is it almost ready for us to go?
Meat, you've been told it's going to be about another week.
That's fine, actually, because I have something that I wanted to do as a preparation for the trip. Remember how last time we went, all of our food kind of became infested with hellgrubs and whatever?
Yeah, and then we had to
Yes.
eat mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Did that happen in Hell, or was that in the Abyss?
That was in Hell, but
Oh.
what I was thinking was, would it be possible to prevent that from being a thing that can happen by having like a priest or cleric or something bless the barrels, like the foodstuff barrels, to protect them against good and evil or something like that? Like, would that anybody know about that?
Spell, I believe I can learn.
Cleanse poison or something?
Good berry.
Oh, I have good berry.
Oh, you do?
Good
Yeah,
berry.
but it would be infested with infernal magic.
I was gonna say there'll be bad berries if you're casting that down there, right?
Damn.
You'd be casting Dingleberry at that point.
Isn't that that
gross.
stuff that you eat
Gross.
that makes everything you eat taste sweet?
But I mean, if it's infested with hellgrubs and stuff, would it even... we did say it would still be nutritious, right?
It'd still work. It just...
Yeah, it just tastes gross. So yeah, if we just make our, trick us minds... The other thing I was thinking is, if it's in the bag of holding, it's not necessarily in the Abyss, and it took a little while before it actually turned bad. So could we like store it all in the bag of holding and then take out like a barrel a day?
Isn't there a limited space in the bag of holding?
Can hold a couple barrels though, couldn't it? Also, isn't there like a cure spell or something for food? Can
Purify
I thought-
food and drink.
yeah.
We tried it when we were
Yeah, we
down there, and
tried
it
that.
Oh,
just
did
like
I couldn't remember.
didn't it kill the grubs, but then it was still gross, or something like that.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
Couldn't.
Yeah.
So good berry, it would just taste bad, but we'd still get the
Yes.
benefit of the spell.
Yeah.
Just not
Mhm.
having to eat for a whole day. It's like
Correct.
a single berry for
Yeah.
Does
But,
this abyss is this abyss act differently than where we went?
Can you link the spell? I'm just curious.
Here you go.
Because I was thinking because basically, Meat's gonna be bringing like
I have
lizard folk
this.
to operate as crew / boarding parties, along the journey, and was gonna probably bring like basically the tribes would be supplying the voyage with like dried meats and things like that, in order to take with us as like foodstuffs. And also because the lizard folk were probably going to prefer that as their meal, like eating jerky rather than stale bread.
Do lizard folk care
And,
about taste?
And while they aren't that picky when it comes to their food, they would prefer if the meat didn't have a little extra hell protein in it, or the chance of that.
Makes sense.
They're lizards. They eat bug.
Did I learn Unseen Crew?
Mhm.
I thought I
Yes.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure you did.
I think I just gotta make it because.
Oh. Yeah, you'll have to manually enter in all that stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah, so you guys do some stuff. Meat, you're gonna look into maybe. Are you looking to get a blessing put on a barrel or barrels, or are you trying to get like permanently blessed barrels that will like protect food from becoming spoiled or something like that?
Basically, that's a good question. I guess me to probably go like confer with like a priest and ask if they might be familiar with any spells or enchantments that would protect the food from being affected by the like Hell's or Abyss, like whatever effects might be there. To kind of, I don't know if it'd be keeping it from rotting, because was it that the things were rotted before, or was it that the like bugs just kind of manifested in it?
Yeah, you know, all you know is that you found that everything in the house sucks. Like
Yeah.
it just like you found like everything that just sucks. Like basically anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Anything that can make you feel uncomfortable in some way or shape or form is going to happen.
Right.
And yeah, like it got infested with maggots at one point,
Okay.
and everything tasted like ash.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Would the spell like protection from good and evil effect be able to be cast on barrels?
You can go to like a temple if you wanted to. Waterdeep's got like I think 5 or 6 different temples that you could go to and ask around if that's something you wanted to do.
Okay.
Can I go into town and learn good berry? Because I think Liston is okay with just eating one berry a day.
Is that a wizard spell?
I thought I could learn it.
Yeah, I thought it was a druid spell.
I think it's druids and rangers, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, Manasa. I
Right.
can't remember.
we got
Do
one of
you
each of
need?
Yeah, what level spell is it?
It's 1.
Why is it not? Oh, there it is. Okay, I do have it. I don't have it saved, but I could do that instead of purify food and drink, which I have on my thing. Or do we still want purify food and drink?
I'm down with just the berry, but if other people want to eat other stuff,
Does anyone
Yeah.
else have purify food and drink? I could always.
No.
Okay, well, I could always do something else.
Yeah, because I think the goal would be to try to keep it from going bad to begin with, rather than trying to purify it after the fact. Because we did try to purify it before, whenever we experienced that, and it just kind of removed the bugs. But
That's
it was
true. And
still
if
like
both
gross.
Galavar and I do a good berry, then we can get 20 berries.
Mhm.
Or even if we just both do the spell twice.
So then we'd have that as a backup, like food source, in case the thing doesn't
Yeah.
work with our regular food stuff.
And it's a magical berry, so I don't know that it would go bad.
Oh, well, we also don't know if it'll be affected by the ambient shittiness there
yeah.
as well.
All the spells
Remember, dingleberries.
backfired.
Yeah. What
Well,
is
it
it?
worked. Didn't they?
We resurrected somebody and they came back looking very demonic. They got better, but yeah.
I mean, they didn't really. They're still like half demon, aren't they?
They got used to it.
they got used to it.
Yeah, they appreciated being alive.
They
Yeah.
they kind of grabbed life by the horns, and just went with it.
I bet you they're like really popular or famous at least.
Yeah, we'll see their memoir, like a book, show up on shelves soon, like To Hell and Back.
Maybe they'll work at a circus.
Or we'll see them out on the seas as a mercenary outfit, a captain of a mercenary outfit or something like that.
I might have even introduced him to my boo.
Oh,
Can we like retcon that?
Oh, what's that? You introduced them to your
Pirate King boyfriend?
Yeah, my Pirate King
Um,
boyfriend. Can he be part of my
he-
Pirate King boyfriend's crew?
He wasn't around. He wasn't around. I mean, maybe. I mean, you could. You have the resources to find them if you wanted to at some point.
No, I made him part of my crew on the druid. Oh, him. Oh, that
Oh.
guy. You're
Yeah,
talking
I mean,
about the. I would have to
you
find
know
him
where you-
first.
You know where Caspian Arroyo is because he's working for you now.
Yeah.
We just don't know where the previous crew are because we kind of like released them to the world instead of kept them on to like let them recover from hell.
We've got a
Actually,
week, right?
What's that?
So we've got a week. I'm gonna try to find.
Okay. Okay. So, Manasa's gonna try to find the old crew.
before you go, Manasa, do we meet? I can't remember. Or is
Yeah,
Manasa vegetarian?
I'll eat meat.
Okay,
Manasa's
cool.
very hedonistic, so they like food as well as sex.
Gotcha. I didn't know what type of forest hippie you were. I mean, I knew, but dietary wise, I didn't.
No, she's all about hunting and eating animals, but kind of like the Native Americans were, where she like
You
thanks the
appreciate
animal
the
for
kill.
its
You
food,
don't.
like
Yeah. Okay.
use all parts of it, type of thing.
You're not one of those druids that has to explain why you're wearing leather armor to a cow.
Yeah, no.
You're just like,
I
what?
mean-
I needed this armor. Like,
I mean,
you
I
want
would
from me?
probably like thank the cow,
mm-hmm.
like thank you for your contribution to my welfare.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, good luck on your search for. Can't remember.
Well,
what
they
that guy's
actually they
name
got
was.
quite a bit of money from us, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah, you guys gave him a bunch of money.
I probably won't look for him then. They're probably happy enough.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know if we want to bring them back into this life. This is
Yeah, I think we'll just let them
Huh.
be them.
pretty sure if they saw us walk into like a tavern and they're like trying to enjoy a pint or something, and then we make eye contact with them and point at them, they just be like, no, and just like
Yeah, run the
fall, their,
opposite direction.
fall off the chair and like
Never
scurry across the
again!
floor. Like, you're never taking me back there again.
Mead, where are you going for this? You gonna go talk to somebody about some barrels, or you think you got the problem sorted out?
Yeah, I'd go to like a. Oh wait, don't we know a guy? It was the priest we originally went to for resurrections or something. Oh, it was the gnome dude that got
Yeah,
like
that was kind of more of a hospital.
as a hospital. Okay.
Yeah. But
Mhm.
yeah. There's. I mean, you
Trying-
could. I mean,
Trying
he
to think
was
if
a
we have any
cleric.
connections though, like to. Well, he was a cleric. That's true.
And
Mhm.
you also talked to a paladin who sent you to oh, where did he send you for the holy water? Because you guys need a whole barrel of holy water.
Oh yeah. Wait, that was way southeast, wasn't it, or
Right,
something?
but you met that paladin in. Oh wait, did you meet him in Neverwinter? You met him in
I
Neverwinter.
met him in Neverwinter.
Yeah,
We are currently in Waterdeep, right?
Waterdeep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but can't I just teleport us v plants to
Yeah,
wherever
you
we
could.
want to go?
That's true.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. If you're not looking for that dude, then we can
Yeah,
go.
I can take us. You want me to take you there?
Yeah, we don't know how long it's going to take for them to like, if they can bless the barrels or whatever. That we don't know how long it'll take them, so it'd be good to
Yeah,
get
let's go
that
ask.
established fast.
All right, I teleport us v plants.
Okay.
Oh, hey, because we were in the weird dream thing, did we get the required amount of rest to reset all our stuff?
Yeah, you got a long rest. You're fully rested. You woke up. You felt pretty good.
Awesome. I probably felt the best I've ever felt. I slept for the first time ever.
You felt
Did-
fine.
Does Manasa have like the wood grain imprint on the side of her face, like on her
Yeah.
cheek, where she just was sleeping like that?
Probably actually am one hit point down because I got a bump on my forehead from falling forward.
Donk.
Yeah. So you
Manasa was
guys,
like, I feel great. Go ahead.
you teleport via plants to Neverwinter, and you go to that temple that you went to. Is that
Yes.
what you guys
Yes.
were planning on doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you go in and it's pretty early and it's kind of in the middle of the week, so not that people really have weekends, and most people kind of work every day to some extent, because they're commoners and this is you got to survive and stuff, but it's in the middle of the week. It's not like on one of the days associated with coming to the temple and worshiping higher traffic days.
Mhm.
And you walk in, and it's quiet. It's you kind of hear some people, maybe because there's kind of an echo in this temple. And as you walk kind of through, you see an older gentleman in a gray robe, and he's standing in front of an altar, and he he turns around to look at you, and he's got just this super wrinkly, he's really old human, super wrinkly face, completely bald, long white beard, and his eyes are kind of droopy, and he's standing there with his arms clasped in front of him, and he says, "Oh, hello."
Oh. You're new.
"Oh, no."
Wasn't there a gnome here?
Oh, gnome. Gnome somewhere. I've seen a gnome. Yes.
Hmm.
What is your name?
Hmm. Should we tell
I'm-
him? Like, I don't know this guy.
I'm just gonna tell my name. Hi, I'm
Is he
Manasa.
asleep?
Ah, you're so beautiful.
Thanks. Manasa sidles up to him.
Oh,
Manasa, his heart.
He's doing all right there.
oh, oh.
All right, Manasa steps back a little bit. Sorry, dude.
What? What do you want with me?
So Meat just kind of explains the challenge that's ahead of them with trying to keep their meat from being spoiled by outside factors. Hey, hey.
Oh, 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 hello. What is your name? At this point, this like kind of pretty young, like half elf woman walks over. She's got like this like auburn hair that's kind of like in little curls that kind of like fall down the side of her face, and she walks up and she says, "It's like, oh, Mr. Matthias, let's get you somewhere. Why don't you sit down over here?" He's like, "Oh, hello. What is your name?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's Beverly. All right, come on, just come sit over here.
Hey,
I'll be with you
Manasa,
guys one moment. I'm sorry."
you're fine.
And
Manasa,
she
doesn't
like,
that name sound familiar?
What is it? What was the name?
Matthias?
I don't
thought-
know. I'm horrible with names.
Zircon.
she comes back. She's like, "Oh, hi, welcome to the temple. Sorry, I was busy. He's a we kind of watch after him. He comes in here quite often.
Is that your Walmart greeter of the temple?
Um, he,
Temple greeter.
he does a lot of greeting people. Yes, it's it it gets confusing for some. I try to stay around the entrance when I can. But yeah, I did hear what you were saying. I think we might be able to work something out. We could bless your foodstuffs. We've done that before for travelers. But I don't know about its efficacy going into the abyss, but we can do our best to try.
It is
If you'd be
a
willing
precautionary measure, so it's not assured. I'm understanding.
right, yeah, I understand. That's it's kind of crazy. You guys, I mean, I've heard about you guys. You're pretty famous. So I would I am going to try to do my best. Um, if there's any way you could provide like a donation of some kind, it may require some materials.
How much are we talking with this donation?
Whatever you think is appropriate. We are going. I'm going to do this for you guys. I know whatever you're doing must be important.
I'm
Just-
strictly referring to so it's no cost for you.
I don't know. I think she starts kind of doing some math, and so how many barrels?
Oh, if it's dried meats, then that's going to be a very dense food stuff, so it'd last for quite a while. Did we ever figure out how long we were planning on being down there?
I'm not sure we really know.
Yeah, it's kind of undetermined because we don't know how far along the path we have to get to.
I don't know,
You know
like
the
eight,
signs.
if we're doing like, I don't know, 8 barrels of just solid, like filled with dried meat, that'd last us for quite a while, right?
Yeah. I would say 8 barrels would last a while.
It's not going to make you feel like full when you eat it, but it's like dense calories. So it'd be like, hey, here's your strip of meat steak jerky.
Like nutrient bars.
And we'll probably try to like scavenge food while we're there, I'm guessing.
I don't know if we want to eat
It's,
any food from the stick.
It is very
Probably
difficult
not.
to scavenge food there.
If we can
Didn't
try
we
the
fish
good
out of the
berry
sticks
spell.
before?
We
I thought we
did.
tried to
I think we
fish
did.
out of the sticks, and then like we got a fish, and it was actually edible. But I don't remember. Let's see.
I would like.
Oh,
Oh,
go ahead.
Listen's gonna look for some mistletoe or like wherever
Oh.
you can buy that.
Yeah, that's no problem. You can find mistletoe. You run down to like the nearest apothecary, and they'd have some.
I'll buy all your mistletoe.
What?
they're like, oh, okay. They wrap it up in a cloth and kind of like tie it, and hand you a bunch of mistletoe, and ask you for 3 gold.
Okay. How many sprigs of mistletoe is it?
Say 30.
Okay. That's 30 days.
What?
Of
Oh,
berry.
Nice.
Does it consume?
Yeah, it uses missile. Well, does it not? Or is it? Can you just use one sprig?
I think you could just repeat the same sprig. I don't think it's consumed.
Oh. Well, I bought all the mistletoe.
I've already bought the mistletoe.
I'm trying to give some smooches. Hold on.
Let's
I don't
just
know,
try
Ron.
to-
Is it consumable or not?
I don't think
It
it's got
does-
a price
okay.
on it.
It does not say that it's consumable. So
it's like a reusable component.
yeah, like I imagine it's like you basically like grow the berries off of the mistletoe. Like does the maybe the sprig, like the berries just like pop up bloop, 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 all over it. Oh, this is kind of how I was thinking of it.
Oh, okay. Well, in case we lose a sprig, we got 29 to replace it with.
You get a sprig. You get a sprig. Everybody gets a sprig.
All right, everybody, dinner time. Hold up your sprig.
That was good. Yeah. Yeah, you go through all this. You get. They say for 8 barrels. She thinks it's going to cost them about 100 gold and silver.
Okay.
And powdered silver.
I wonder how long that would last us. Is Gulliver with us?
I would say
Yeah.
you think like a barrel of dried meats would last like the whole party like a week?
Yeah, I was gonna say like a week, because it'd be like the party and then also like crew, like the other lizard folk that are going with us.
I know. I think Listen was about to say something. Maybe.
Oh, no. Nope.
No. I think Listen was originally planning on using his ghost crew spell.
Mm-hmm.
If you want, if you're bringing lizard folk, yeah. Let's see how many.
As like a boarding party,
Yeah.
kind of thing as well.
How are you bringing like a full crew?
Would anyone want to bring the Suicide Squad in case we need to send them out on an expedition while we're there?
It may take some time to get together
Okay.
all of the Suicide Squad. Because that's going to be, I'd say that's like 15 lizard folk that you'd be taking. I'd say for every 5 people eat a barrels of dried meat a week.
Okay.
So if it's just you guys, it's a barrel a week. If it's 15 lizard folk with you, it'd be 4 barrels a week.
Hmm.
Well, our girl won't be eating this.
Argor will not. That's
And
right.
Liston said he's fine with a berry a day. And Manasseh's probably fine with a berry a day as well.
It's like,
Okay.
like taking a pill that nourishes
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, that just makes you not hungry for the day.
I don't know, maybe like 10 lizard folk actually, just to kind of, like, in case we actually need to leave the ship for any reason, we still have it guarded.
Okay.
Because I don't think the unseen crew can't really do much besides manipulate the ship, right?
Yeah, they like can.
They're not
Like-
for fighting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
they-
for like when
they
we
can
need to
row
submerge and
and-
row.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Well, it's up to you. Just let me know what you want to do.
Okay, yeah, it'd be like 10 lizard folk. And I don't know, maybe double up food stores. Do 16 barrels. And so how much was it? Like you said, like 100 gold or so?
Yeah.
eight?
So about 200 for 16.
Okay.
Cool. You guys go ahead and deduct that. They'll start making preparations. They'll get all the stuff together.
So who's
I've-
deducting?
I'm paying for it since it's like going onto the ship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Meat, you get a sending.
I'm receiving.
Sunvara, this is Hizzard. Khal would like to supervise you eradicating a potential threat to the marsh. It is of the utmost importance.
Oh. Wait. A new threat? What is it?
There's a little bit of a wait, and he says,
Khal would like to discuss this matter in person, if at all possible.
Hmm. Alright, he just says he'll be there soon. It's amazing the definition that the sending can pick up with his jowls. Like, he just says that out loud.
You alright?
What?
You okay?
Yes, I'm fine. I also need to make a stop in the marsh. If that's okay.
Yeah, let's go. I can open up a. Oh, and can't we teleport to the marsh now too?
Has the circle been set up in the that's still under construction, I think, right?
yeah.
I mean, it's not like I don't think Liston's here anyway, so
It's
it'd be plants to get there, which is fine.
yeah. Basically, you've got like 2 weeks into the 52 weeks necessary to
Like the only thing that was established was the foundation that Manasseh like terraformed, right?
No, you guys built the entire settlement.
Oh, okay.
Manasseh helped you put up walls and everything, and lizard folk were the entire time were carting stuff there to set up, and they've got it like furnished, and it's in operation now. It was like record time. You know, it takes years to build castles.
Yeah, I can literally make walls and shit, guys.
You had that and also a dedicated workforce that was just like
It was like
tirelessly
Mickey Mouse
building.
with the water in Fantasia, only it's walls. She's just like,
Yeah.
you
Now
get a
we had our
wall
own
and you get a
clubhouse.
wall.
Like we literally, Ron and I were looking up the acreage of castles, and we're like, all right, so how long would it take to like make a castle this big? And we were looking up like, how big is Buckingham Palace? And like, I don't think it needs to be as big as Buckingham Palace.
No, 'cause it's meant to be kind of like a bastion of the lizard folk there. So in case there was like some kind of cataclysmic event, like all the tribes could retreat there and live in cramped spaces for like a duration, and work together to try to like stabilize the area.
There might be some like indoor room type stuff going on, but the outside walls and all that shit, that's done.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And I imagine it's like kind of a big castle area, and then there's a big kind of area around it, like outside of the internal structure that they've just got stuff set up. There's all kinds of stuff for like taking care of livestock and setting up stalls and
like merchant spaces for
Yeah,
any
merchant
traveling
spaces,
merchants
yeah.
coming through. Yeah.
and temporary shelters and stuff like that. And then there's like a wall around the outside, and then a moat and a bridge.
Okay. So yeah, wait, Call would be. He didn't say where Call was. I'm assuming Call's at the cave.
Well, it was Hizzard sending you the message.
True. Well, I guess I'd go to, or we'd go to the. Why am I spacing it right now? Oh, the Varanus tribe location. Actually, no. Hizzard would probably be at the Citadel now, like the keep.
Yeah, that is
Okay.
true.
So I guess Manasa take us there.
Cool. I take us to the keep, to the Citadel.
All right. Yeah, Hizzard has kind of like moved his station to the Citadel. All the rest of your the Varanus, or I'm sorry, your people, the Agama people are, like still staying in Agama. Varanus are staying in Varanus, for the most part, but they've all sent like people and representatives to the Citadel to, fortify it and live in it. And it's all kind of a very colorful situation with all the, the Corrido people, and in on it as well. And yeah, you guys teleport over there, and the lizard folk, they're not very like formal people or whatever, but they stop and they perk up when they see you come through. And you walk on into the Citadel. Things are lively. Everything's looking good. And you look up, and perched on like the parapets of one of part of the Citadel is a large black dragon. Kind of chest puffed out, horns kind of curved inward, looking down at all of you. Kind of squinting as it seems to stand even taller and kind of like look off into the distance.
Showboating, huh? Does
You
it?
get
Is
the
that like?
impression.
Is that like perch? Does it look like a big like platform built for him so he could actually just be there and like survey?
Did you guys build something like that?
I mean, hey, if he actually wanted to have anything to do with the Citadel, then by all means have a place where he can rest and like roost.
You could build something like that, but at the moment he's just sitting on part of the roof of some part of the Citadel.
Okay.
And it looks down, or Call looks down and says,
Sunvara, you have returned.
I have.
We
You
must speak. There is a matter of national security.
There's another threat to the marsh?
It is quite cramped down there, and I do not want to get lizard folk guts on my claws when I land, so meet me outside of the city so that we may converse.
Oh, okay. So he just like takes off and flies outside
Yeah,
the
he just
walls.
kind of flies back the way you came. And you just kind of you see it like kind of swoop down, kind of just on the opposite side of the drawbridge, and just like lands there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go out and meet him.
Yeah, you all walk out, and like there's a couple of lizard folk that are like carrying some stuff, and they're like walking by the dragon, kind of looking up at it, and it kind of like gets like uncomfortably close to them, and just kind of watches them as they walk by.
I see you're getting along with the locals.
Our subjects seem to be quite industrious. I have no reason to devour them at the moment.
Good. I'd prefer that you didn't.
There are dragons nearby. Green, nasty green dragons. They have impugned our name, and I see that as a threat. We must eliminate them.
So the threat to the marsh is dragons close to your territory.
Of course, does not that sound like a threat to you? And not only that, if they were just subsisting, maybe I would overlook their existence, but they are not. They have made contact, and they have levied slights against my name, which seems to me like a threat.
Wait. Hold on.
If
Is,
one should be so brazen to insult the ruler of a neighboring nation, I see that as sufficient to eradicate them.
Meat's just kind of staring at him and like keeps going to say something, but then doesn't. Just like,
Speak your mind, Sunbara.
What exactly have these dragons done to you?
Like I said, they levied insults. They have insulted us all.
Do in my like when I was studying up on dragons to like raise call, did I learn anything about green dragons, or do I know anything about their character? Usually.
I mean, green dragons are chromatic dragons, so they are very firmly in the evil spectrum of dragons.
Oh, so then his what he's saying could have weight, that they could just be like some shithead dragons that are accosting him.
They call them
Yeah.
stinky.
The green dragons are kind of known as the most cunning and treacherous of the true dragons. They are prone to using misdirection and trickery, whereas like red dragons, they're very intelligent, but are much more powerful and straightforward.
So red dragons are Thor and green dragons are Loki.
That's a good comparison. Yeah.
Oh. I see.
But yeah, you guys actually have seen green dragons in this area.
They were
When
mating
you're-
though, weren't
Didn't
they?
we run from some when we were like over east? Like we accidentally misteleported into the mountains, and then we had to run from some dragons.
Exactly.
I don't
And-
remember what color dragons they were, but
They were green dragons.
okay.
They were smaller too, weren't they?
They were still like
Those
adult
were
dragons.
yeah.
Yeah. They weren't like Ravnil
Hmm.
Axilith's size or Gyarados. Well, actually Gyarados is a little bit bigger, but not that much bigger.
Yeah, Mead'll actually like kind of nod to him like as if he's like, okay, so this actually might be a threat. Like turn back to the Stradivarius and just kind of be like, I do like a good hunt. Like,
Yeah, but shouldn't he also know like that you can't just kill everything that speaks bad about you?
he hasn't killed everything that has spoken bad about him yet. And this is the first time he's felt threatened by a neighboring dragon.
Yeah, but has a lot of things also insulted him?
I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody here has insulted him at some point.
There's a lizard folk that walks by and a call holds his claw out to the lizard folk and for like up to his face, and the lizard folk just kind of sits there with this like giant claw like next to his face, and it goes. And Call puts his claw down. Lizard folk like walks away.
Call, stop that. It's weird.
They know who's in charge around here.
Yeah,
Shall
you're
we
looking at
away?
him.
Shall we away?
God. Okay, the lessons have not ended for Call, I say.
Sunvara, you shall ride upon my back into battle. The rest of you, I hope you can fly.
Manasa shape changes into a dragon.
But a bigger dragon than Call.
Are you changing into?
Ravnarak.
No. No, I'm
Oh, yeah.
joking. But it would be hilarious, would it not?
Would be amazing.
I
Wait,
mean,
were you
I
gonna
do
ask
have
if you were shape changing
change
into a
shape.
green dragon or something?
Oh my god, it would be hilarious if I shape changed into a green dragon.
That's liable to get you like acid breath like instantly. Obviously, he
Here.
is. Yeah.
No, I'm joking. I would change into like a big bird, and I would carry. I can carry two people as the giant eagle, right?
Yeah. Or you could
Well,
carry
who
two people
all is
as a
actually
Tyrann.
here?
If you use polymorph, you can turn into a Pteranodon or a Quetzalcoatlus and carry two people. Giant Eagle can carry one person,
I don't think I have
I
polymorph
think.
saved
Okay.
though. What level is that one?
Fourth.
I believe.
Oh, is it fifth?
Fourth. Just kidding. DM knows better. DM knows all.
Okay, yeah, I don't have that one saved.
It's a high level spell.
I should have that one saved though. Polymorph is fucking awesome.
Oh, while you're figuring that out, my food's here. I gotta run and grab it real quick. Be right back.
You can change your spells around if you want.
All right, now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna get rid of though.
Am I here or am I? I don't
Yeah.
remember.
I think everybody went.
Oh, okay.
I will take off locate creature, I guess.
Yeah. Do you guys want to take a 5-minute break?
Sure.
Yeah, 5-minute break sounds good.
All right. Be thinking about cool stuff you want to do when fighting these green dragons.
Oh.
Okay. 1.
And we're back from break. So, you guys, Manasa, do you polymorph into a Quetzalcoatlus?
Yes.
And you carry who you carrying?
Okay, so if everyone's there, Meat is on Dragon's back.
Yep.
Mhm.
Liston can polymorph as well, right?
Yeah.
So I would probably take either Meat or Argrel, and Liston could take, or I would take Argrel and Galavar. Or no, Meat's already there. I would take. So we only need Argrel and Galavar, right?
Yep.
Okay, I would take Argrel, I guess.
Unless you take Argo and Liston, and I can stay on Cole even if he doesn't want me to.
He might eat you.
Can he stealth check it? He might not even know.
Well, he's got true sight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's got, you know.
But I was able to stay on Ravna Vaxlith without her wanting me to, so I think.
Rob Nalaxlith was a lot bigger.
Yeah, well.
Call
I
doesn't
mean-
have that much space
Well,
after me.
if it's
I mean,
I mean,
Liston's
Fair
gonna.
enough.
I mean, do you plan on polymorphing, Liston?
I mean, I can if.
unless it's too resource intensive, Argol can just take himself.
I mean, I can take both.
Argol knows wild shape now.
I can take both I can take
What?
2 people, right?
Oh,
Quetzalcoatl.
are we glossing over this? Wait. Argol knows wild shape?
I can wild shape, yes.
Oh well, fuck. Argrel can get himself there then.
Just glossed it over this
All
time.
right. I will take Galavar. Liston and Argrel, you're on your own.
Wait,
Okay,
are
listen,
you
we're-
Quetzalcoatlus or what are you?
Or yeah, that's a flying creature,
Then
right?
you can take me too.
Okay, fine. I will take Liston and Galavar. Argrel can wild shape.
Take that.
Okay.
elves.
We'll do that.
Time for speaking is over. We must alight through the sky.
Why is he so edgy?
Patience
Look, man,
is a
his parents are
virtue.
It's a literal evil black dragon teenager. It's like as edgy as things can get.
Is that meme of just like Bruce Wayne running around going like, my parents are dead.
You guys sail through the air. The call goes pretty high over the clouds, and as you kind of fly in this formation, Argel, what do you turn into?
I'll do a giant eagle.
Cool. Argel just like turns into a giant eagle. All his stuff just like melds into his form. You guys this is just completely new information for all of you.
Yeah, how long you been able to do this? What?
Oh, since we all before we came back together.
Except all you hear is rah, 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 rah. And you fly, and you sail through the sky, and at some point, Call says, "It is time to dive," and Call like tucks their wings in and goes diving down, and you kind of go through the cloud layer as you're all kind of just like diving, and you see like an open there's like a mesa that kind of opens up. You're in like a hilly region to the east of the Marsh of Chalimber after a good hour of flying or so, and you're diving down, and you see like several large green dragons. It's like a couple huge green dragons and a couple large green dragons kind of laying in the grass on the side of this hill near like a big cave opening. And you start diving, and Call is starts to roar. and in Draconic, it screams out, "I'll show you whose horns are too short."
Wait.
And
This dragon thief. Like,
It's about horns.
these dragons all kind of like look up and they see you coming, and they like screech up at the sky, open their mouths up, and their like wings open up, and you go diving in. And I just want you guys to tell me, what kind of cool shit do you do during this fight against these green dragons? It's not going to be like a full fight. We're just going to have fun with it. Like, you tell me, like, you cast whatever you want. You guys are like level 20 adventurers. You're going to kick these dragons' asses. First call goes diving down on this on the huge green dragon, and Meat. What do you do?
So they're on the ground, right? They're not in the air as well.
Yeah, they haven't had a chance to take off.
Hmm. Damn, I was
Now
thinking of all
that-
these like aerial maneuvers and shit, but it's like if they're on the ground, that changes things.
Now that I'm 20, I can even polymorph. I can do all my spells and shit, right?
Mhm.
Sweet.
Yeah, as you're diving, Manas, are you casting any spells?
Banishment.
You're gonna banish one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Like, which do you go after? Like a huge one or
One of the huge ones.
one of the huge ones?
I
Yeah.
don't want to banish a baby by itself.
Well, they're not babies, but like they're.
Oh wait, banishment only lasts a minute, right? Do I know that these dragons, they're from our plane, right?
Yeah.
So they would just come back.
Well,
Never
that's
mind.
a
I'm
minute
not gonna.
unless you're concentrating on it the whole time, right? And then
If they're from this plane, they just come back after a minute.
Yeah.
Sure, no matter what.
They only stay away if you banish them to their own plane.
Yeah, banishment works best when it's someone who's not originally from your plane.
Mhm.
Because if they're not originally from your plane and you banish them,
move them back
keep
to
the
where they're from.
concentration, then they stay away.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess. I don't know. Are we like actually going to attack these guys, or are we going to try to like convince them to go away?
I'm gonna
What do you
limit
guys think?
test.
Yeah, I think it's time to attack. Why not?
Okay. In that case, I will cast Call Lightning.
All right. Yeah. You go diving down, and all of a sudden, this giant gray storm cloud starts opening up above you, and lightning bolts start striking dragons. Yeah. Who's doing what?
Which-
Like, just give me some ideas.
I
Let's
have something.
narrate it. Go ahead.
Okay, so is there one that's like noticeably bigger than the rest of them?
Yeah.
Okay, that one. Meat's gonna hex him, just
Okay.
like point his sword at him and just be like, "You." And
Call, you can see Call is watching you kind of out of its peripherals. It turns his head kind of back and forth, and you can see the yellow of his eye turns back to see which one you're pointing at, and you see him adjust, start heading at that one.
I'm gonna do like flybys of like sword strikes.
Okay. Yeah, you go into this maneuver where Call kind of like goes to across the ground and starts just spraying acid out in front, and kind of just like hosing the ground down in a line as it passes. And then as it gets close to this dragon, it like does like it flips kind of on his side.
Oh, he does like the
you-
corkscrew, so like when it's inverted, I'm able to swing.
Yeah, so the dragon's head is like within like swinging distance as you fly by, and yeah, you just like smash this dragon across the head. You see like blood go spraying. Another one's getting struck by lightning. Argral, you're diving as an eagle. What do you do? How does this look?
Yep, just come down fast, like pounce on the back of one of the dragons and like grab both wings at the same time with the bird feet, like
Oh,
scratch
okay.
up scratch up the wing membranes, and then maybe like peck at the back of the dragon's head, sort of
So
like
you're just like
biting. Yeah, just like
Yeah,
biting and pecking.
it's like working its shoulder muscles, trying to just like scrape you off. Galavar, what's Galavar doing?
Yeah, we're gonna try to be edgy a little bit as well, and we're going to use the orb of darkness we have.
Okay.
And then we're gonna use Shadow Blade, and we're gonna just kind of teleport around and be slashing.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So-
So everybody sees. Do you like bail from off of
Yes.
Manasa? Yeah. So
Yep.
you bail off of Manasa, and you just see this like black orb like falling out of the sky toward one of these dragons, and then as it's about to hit, it redirects. And you see. Are you using like swords?
No, Shadow Blades.
Oh, Shadow Blades, right? Yeah, you just see like the orb like over one dragon, and you hear some stuff. You see like poison breath like spraying like everywhere, and then it like teleports over here. You see it like move across the ground a little bit, like teleport up here and start slashing another dragon who suddenly can't see.
He going X Games mode.
Listen, what have you been doing?
How many dragons are left that I can see?
There's 4 of them. You just engaged them. Like you're starting to mess. Like you've got the surprise. You've got like overwhelming numbers and experience.
Yeah, we're just kicking the shit out of him right now. We're not
Also
really.
limit testing, and I'm gonna Professor X psychic scream them.
Oh wow! Yeah, you see all of them like just like their heads start thrashing, and as they're thrashing, like out of the membranes of their like ear like holes, like ear membranes on the side of their heads are just like filling with blood, and kind of like as their like nostrils are bleeding.
Listen, you got to be in a wheelchair to do that.
The one the one that Argyle landed on and was pecking rolls over and kind of smushes Argyle just a little bit as it rolls, and Argyle reverts back to Argyle form and is just like underneath a dragon that's just kind of grinding you into the ground with its shoulders like this.
Fun.
The Galavar, at one point you're slashing at this dragon and it turns and just starts spraying, and it happens to like some of this poison gets on you. You take just like a small bit of inhale, but like that's enough. It starts really messing with your breathing. You teleport out of the cloud, so it stops affecting you as much, but it has you hacking and coughing a bit. Call goes to do like another flyby, and the one it's not quite going at just kind of lunges up and like with one powerful wing beat kind of grabs onto Call's ankle, and Call is kind of like does one of these, and you nearly tumble off meat. I imagine you have some kind of like rigging or like saddle like kind of thing, like so that you can swing your sword around but have your legs kind of in place.
It's kind of like the How to Train Your Dragon, like the harness like latch.
Yeah.
So there's like a buckle.
So you lose one foot out of it, and you're like holding on with one hand on the rigging and one hand on your sword, and you're trying to get your foot back in.
You're trying to do it all gracefully without accidentally smacking Call with my blade.
Yeah. Yeah. So what would kind of be like the next round of things you guys would do?
I want revenge. I want to try to pour my wyvern poison in the nose.
Oh, okay. So you let's see. Do you have any kind of knowledge on dragons, or they're not really like your
Not really.
A, right?
Not really.
Give me an intelligence check. I'll just kind of, or an arcana. It'd be an arcana check, but I don't know if you're
Check on not proficient. So
yeah. Okay. You like jump off one leg, one of its front legs, one of its other front legs, and you like teleport up to its face, and you just like shove this vial of wyvern poison up its nostril, like pop the cork and
Yeah.
just shove it in there, and it's like
Oh.
it gets like it's like oh like there's something in my nose kind of thing, and shakes you off as this poison starts pouring down its throat, and it kind of like hacks it up a little bit, and it like takes one claw and it sticks it in its nostril, goes like that, and like shoots the vial out.
I
Um,
would have flown down, and I'd probably just be continuing to call lightning on these motherfuckers.
Okay. One sees you up there and takes off and starts flying in your direction.
I dive bomb toward him.
Okay, you guys like go in like at each other, and it blows like it tears off just at the last second, and it just blows a bunch of poison like right into your face, like all over you.
I've dropped off Liston and Galavar at this point, right?
Listen is still in your hands.
I jumped off.
I'm still hanging on.
Okay.
Yeah, Listen and Manasa both get blasted by a bunch of poison.
I would have protected Liston.
Okay, you kind of like ball up, and you take the full brunt of this poison damage.
Yeah, I do like a barrel roll, so because I have him in my hands, right? So the poison all goes on like my back and my wings, and Liston is like on the other side of it.
And it,
Cradled
like this
like a
poison
baby.
like seeps into your pores and everything, and it starts just like ruining your flesh. It's like this like terrible like necrotoxin that just starts like eating you up, and it does enough damage to knock you out of your polymorph. And
But at this point, I'm pretty close to the ground, right? Because I like flew barrel roll, or I dive bombed down.
yeah, how close to the ground do you think you are?
Well, they flew up to me, and I flew up to them. How far would you say I was flying previously?
Maybe like 100 feet. So maybe you're like at 50 now.
Yeah, I was thinking probably about 50.
Okay. All of a sudden, Manasa's like big spooning like Liston, as you two are just like falling toward the ground,
I'll cast
And then-
Featherfall.
and you like kind of like an invisible parachute opens, and you both start falling slowly toward the ground.
Cool.
Galavar, the one that was grinding you into the ground, rolls over and looks at you right in the face
Hello.
as you stand up. I'm sorry, Argrel. My bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Argrel, the one that was grinding you into the ground, rolls back over and looks at you and roars.
Oh, gotcha. Like, also to do what I was gonna do. I'm gonna summon Beast and summon Giant Python again,
Oh, okay.
and it's gonna like wrap around the neck of the dragon and just start constricting.
It just starts like it just wrap like you basically summon it right on it, and it's like it's like it starts doing like one of these. Yeah, it starts choking it. Do you do anything like you pull out your hammer or something?
Yeah, while he's distracted, just pull out the radius and sort of like uppercut him in the chest, kind of like.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, you've just run like between his legs, just like that, and the electricity like shoots through it, and it goes.
Oh!
Oh my
That's
god!
fun.
You hear just a crunch like that, and it like buckles and kind of almost falls on top of you, but you kind of jump out of the way as this snake is choking it out, and you seem to have just broken something.
My sternum.
Yeah, its sternum or equivalent is just caved in at this point. Liston, what you're floating down there. What's your next move?
Am I so next turn? I would be like already on the ground
Yeah,
because it's 60 feet per round.
right.
Then I'm gonna like try to float over with the air on top of one, wherever
Oh,
one is.
okay.
And then I'm gonna polymorph into a T-Rex and land on top of one.
Yeah. So this one it like sees this like black globe of darkness from where it just got a vial shoved up its nose, and it's like getting ready. It's like breathing, and all of a sudden, and Galavar, you're looking up at this thing after just kind of like 3-point landing on the ground, looking up at this dragon that and like you see Liston kind of like floating down, like the sun behind him, and then all of a sudden he's just like this T-Rex just like lands on top of this thing.
Oh my goodness.
And it's just like falls forward and like listening to you like
Just do a pile
clamp
driver.
down.
Just like
Do not eat me.
T-Rex.
Do
I
a
cast
flying
speak
elbow
with
drop at
animals.
the T-Rex with your
Yeah,
tiny
elbow
arms.
drop.
Yeah, like Liston clamps down on this thing, the back of this thing's neck, and just starts shaking it. Galavar, what's your next move?
I'll turn off the orb, and I'm gonna go on to Liston's head and start turret mode.
Nice. Yeah, you're standing on top of a T-Rex that's on top of it, an adult green dragon, and you're just like just firing off shots, that are just like hitting every mark. Tat, 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 tat. Like Manaso, what have you got floating down from the sky?
I'm still calling lightning down on him, aiming for like wings so that I can hopefully prevent them from flying anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like one goes to like take off and like to escape, and like you nail one of its wings, and it goes from like living tissue to like burnt material, and lights on fire, as it crashes back down to the ground, like kind of flopping halfway onto its side.
Awesome.
And yeah, you guys like massacre these dragons. The one gets completely choked out by the snake. One takes too many arrows to the eyeball and falls over. Meat does another flyby on Ravna Laxalith, who blasts one with a bunch of acid, and Meat just takes its head off. Listen, you feel like the green dragon's neck snap, like at one point as you're biting down. And there's just lightning bolts, just like flying down from the sky. And you guys, you're kind of banged up. You took some acid damage. You took some, took some tail swipes. Just wings slapping everybody the whole time. But yeah, you're not the hardest fight by any measure that you've ever had. You win the day. Paul lands and says, "We are victorious, and now the spoils." Call says, "You may avail yourselves of any magical equipment that they may have in their hordes.
Oh.
But I will take the monetary wealth."
I walk over to Liston, and I whisper to him like, "You're the dragon expert. Are his horns actually a little short?"
I don't know. What is they seem pretty short for a black dragon of his age.
There's some genetical variants,
Yeah.
and they may be like kind of based on what you've seen, they may be like a little bit on the short side.
I just nod.
Like black dragons
Okay.
live kind of a cursed life with the fact that their horns are so they like basically cut off like a bunch of their vision. Like they have to like really cock their heads to see to the sides. Call doesn't necessarily have to do a lot of that.
So what you're saying is he's actually kind of blessed. He just doesn't know it.
Yeah, just right. Yeah,
The ones that
His
are
horns
easier
are
to-
strategic.
It's
I've
not
heard
how
of,
big they are.
I've
It's
heard
how
of,
you use
there's tales of
them.
black dragons who starve because they can't reach their food because it stays at the end of their horns. Their horns get in the way, and
that's
so
true.
he might
Yeah, and they
be-
just there's like it's mostly like the just so ancient of dragons that they at some point they just can't even get food into their mouths because their horns are so big.
Yeah, what do we know about like the? Because he's still pretty much just a teenager, right? Could it be, like something that's just not going to grow yet? Like they're just short for now.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, they'll get longer with time.
He was also like magically force enhanced,
Yeah.
like grown. So that might have caused some issues with the development. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure kids aren't supposed to have like fucking full on steroids.
Fey-fed dragon.
Yeah.
Call walks into the cave, and you see like they're a picky eater. They go up to this big old pile of like silver and gold and like gems, and they just kind of like swipe. They're swiping out. You hear like the clanging of like metal and stuff against stonework. They just kind of like swipe out a bunch of stuff out of the hoard. And there's just it makes like a little pile, kind of brushes them off to the side of a bunch of like weapons and like equipment that aren't like wealth. Just like a nice little pile of it. And then proceeds to just eat all the gold and like silver and gems and stuff.
Is he just gonna like throw it up back at his cave?
That
Is
is
how he's
what
transporting it?
you understand that's probably what he's gonna do.
Huh.
Can I get me or Galafar's assistance?
Sure.
For, cutting
Me
out
just-
the Draconis fundamentum of these green dragons.
Oh, you might want meat for that. Might be a little bit
Yeah.
better.
Really briefly though, while Call is like just gorging himself on gold, he like goes over there and like picks up a coin and then just kind of like tries to bite into the corner of it. does like Call look at him or anything?
Yeah, Call actually looks at you, and then like you see it, like start to chuckle. Like it does one chuckle. It's like and then it goes back.
Yeah.
And it just like scooping up gold and kind of like
Yeah.
like as it like all goes down its gullet.
Me just flicks the coin up at Call, like flipping a coin at him basically, and then goes off to pick through the magical items with everybody.
And yeah, so you like eventually you can like sit there. You guys you're gonna try to grab the fundamentum out of the dragon or
Yeah.
dragons. Okay.
Meat can do that for me. I'll system bardic.
Yeah,
to
Meat-
inspire him.
Right. You guys. Yeah, Meat. You want to roll 4 survival checks?
Oh yeah, I'm doing some carving.
Yeah,
Yes.
if you want to.
Oh yeah.
Can I give him 3 bardic inspirations in those?
Yeah, you want to do the first 3?
Yeah.
All right,
Uh,
roll 3 d12s.
Yeah.
All right, roll 3 d12s there, Meat.
I think really only the third one needed any.
Yeah. That's actually yeah, that's good enough. You actually get all the parts from all of them. So you get 4 green dragon fundamentums.
And
Oh, is
think
that like their magic pouches or whatever?
That's what creates the their breath.
The breath weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead
Yeah,
of-
and you get just like you get gizzard, heart, eyes, liver, scales. Like you get enough scales, like 4 adult green dragon scales. You know, or worth of scales. Teeth, claws, tongue, horn. So if somebody wants to just like write down like 4 green dragons parts.
I put the
Uh,
fundamentums in my inventory. If
Okay.
something- I also they have true sight, so I would like maybe an eye or two.
Yeah, eyes are in here.
Okay. I'll just take like 4 eyes.
Got it.
I think anything that Liston doesn't need to use, Meat would send back to the different like tribes, basically sending like a dragon to each.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, 4 dragons, 4 tribes.
Yeah, it just clicked with me. I was like, wait, we have 4 dragons. How
Yeah.
evenly distribute it? Wait, there's 4 tribes.
Yeah, they'll love that. Yeah. Cool. And you eventually like kind of do you identify all the armor and weapons and stuff?
Oh yeah, Liston's able to identify, right?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Look with your special eyes.
It will take you a while to do, but you've got time.
I'll do it on
What-
the flight back, like Manasa
Okay.
holding us, and I'm just like somebody tosses me an item, and I'm like staring
It's
at
like,
it for 10 minutes.
Yeah, because I
Uh,
can do wild shape as many times as I want.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you've got unlimited wild shape now?
Yeah, I'm level 20.
That's awesome. I
She's a
forgot about that.
furry.
She's got unlimited wild shape, and she can cast all her spells in wild shape form. It's
Druids,
Dope.
man.
yeah.
Would it be the funniest form you could be in while casting a spell?
Squirrel.
Rhesus monkey.
Oh, did you say racist monkey?
Reese's.
Oh,
I heard.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Galavar needs a nap.
I hate dragons. I hate them. Hate them. Hate them.
Only the black dragons!
Oh god, no.
Jesus Christ.
Oh no.
Jesus Christ. Just like super white little monkey.
Oh, God, that's so
I don't like that.
Oh, no.
Sorry. So
What was?
all right.
What's the one that
Moving
like?
on.
What's the one that eats termites? Like, and it has the
An
really
anteater?
long
Oh,
little
no.
middle finger.
Are you talking about an eye?
And yeah.
Oh,
It's
It's not really a monkey, but
Yeah,
yeah.
you gotta be the
Wild shape into that and cast spells with your weird middle finger.
the proboscis.
Anteater would also be pretty funny if I was casting spells with, like, my nose.
Yeah. I was just thinking if you were thinking of just the dumbest one, just a fish. Like just any fish, like out of
flopping on the
water.
ground.
Yeah, like one of the other Stradivars just holding you by the tail as you just like flop, like casting spells at somebody.
And Manasa flops violently at the enemy. They combust.
It would also be hilarious to just be like a spider and be like crawling through all their legs as I'm casting spells.
Oh yeah.
Little
Somewhere-
Or like scaring them, like if they're scared of spiders and being like jumping out at them and then casting a spell.
Somewhere there's a legend of like an evil puppy that shows up in a town and just everybody starts dying from the acid rain and like wind storms and stuff as this cute little puppy's just like like looking at everybody, and 'cause some malevolent druid just decided to destroy towns as a puppy.
That is actually terrifying.
Now anytime a stray dog strolls up into town in that part of the world, everybody freaks out and runs.
Oh god. The puppening.
The puppening. All right. So, Liston, you identify all these items, and they are, for the most part, really minor magical items. Like they're like +1 swords and bows, and there's like some like minor kind of just like random items. There's like some you see a couple like wands and stuff. Like it's all like really minor stuff. It would be like beginner level adventurer kind of level gear, but there's a bunch of it. So it would be ideally it'd probably be best for you guys to do something with it other than like actually use any of it.
Okay.
We can open a stall at the Golden Hour Bazaar and just sell it.
Well, I have my shop.
Well, there you go. You got some merchandise for
Sells
your shop now.
magical items.
Oh, we'll just put it up for like consignment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
A
really
pawn shop, huh?
the shop is pretty empty right now because I've been doing other stuff, but
Yeah. I mean, hey. We can make some extra money, and we're all kind of hurting after all the recent big expenditures anyway.
Yeah, we're all hurting.
Wait, why are you saying it like that? Show us your
Yeah.
pockets, Galavar. What you got there, huh?
The call says we must land and starts to dive. Does everybody follow her or follow him?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would land.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
You all
just a
land
party.
kind of on the outer edge of the Vuthgix territory, or right where the trees start to get bigger. And Call says, "You have all performed admirably, and I thank you."
Did that hurt?
I must away. And Call like flaps their wings and they fly off by themselves.
Did they just I'm Batman out of here?
Yes.
I'm Batman. Whoosh.
I'm Bat Dragon. Yeah, and they just like take off. And you see that they are actually they turn around and they start flying towards Corrido territory.
Huh.
And you guys are left there with by yourselves, like at the edge of this forest.
Cool. I asked, so we want to go anywhere? I see a good tree.
I mean,
That's
you don't
a
have to
nice
ask if you
tree.
need to go to the restroom. It's all you. It's the forest is your oyster.
Yes, it is, but I meant I can teleport us or transport us via planets.
Oh. Okay. Honestly, I'm kind of curious why he didn't go back towards like Vuthagix territory, because that's where his cave was, right?
Should we follow him?
Mhm.
Maybe can you take us you said Corrido is where you went, right? Like the Corrido village?
Yeah.
Yeah. Manasa's been to that. We've all been to that area. Would you be able to take us to like the outside of the town so we can kind of like secluded, just watch from the distance, see?
Yeah, you want to
what he's-
hide out
Sure.
in the forest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Curious to
Yeah,
see what he's doing.
you guys walk through a tree and you come out on the other end. You know it's probably going to be good 45 minutes before
It's like we
Call
got a
shows
vantage
up.
point so we can see like the village from where we're at and like kind of get a bird's eye view of the surrounding area where he'd be flying in at.
Yeah. You are told some lizard folk do see you at first when you first get there. You kind of just happen upon them. They give you do you have any questions about the like is there anything you would say to them when you got there?
I'd ask if they know much about the development of the dragon, like anything to report.
They say that they've seen the dragon around. They've heard nothing about the dragon harming anybody, but people are genuinely or generally pretty cautious around the dragon because it's not warm or friendly by any means. It definitely treats them like it is some kind of king. But the but yeah, they say, but like things have been pretty good, and like actually, they mentioned that the children that were taken, or the eggs that were taken, they weren't children yet, but the or younglings, the eggs that were taken by the hags before have or were returned, were found. I don't remember if you guys found them or if they found them after you chased the hags out the first time, and that they've hatched successfully, and they are beautiful little younglings. They're actually, by this point, they've grown a bit, and they just wanted to say, they're like, just like, yeah, it's cool that like you guys did that for us.
Oh.
Uh,
I fight for the marsh.
they but they leave you to it. You guys hide out, and everybody give me a stealth check. See how well, unless somebody wants to scout. If anybody doesn't want to be, if anybody wants to go hide deeper in the forest, you can do that.
Oh! Me just
Oh,
dives into
God.
like a bush.
Oh man, that's
The
funny.
loud. God, Gulliver rolled a nat 1 and still got only 17.
It's my lowest roll.
The biggest, beefiest character in the group got the highest stealth. Let's see. What is their passive perception?
I mean,
pretty
Arco's
high.
probably got that knoll fur pattern where it breaks up the visual, makes it easier for him to hide.
And Manasa's just, used to sliding into forests and disappearing, basically.
And Meat tripped over a stump or something.
You guys are far enough away. It kind of blows your mind that Call does not see you, but despite your your efforts, Call doesn't see you when they land. They also don't seem to be looking for you. Call lands kind of like central in the Corrido village.
Mm-hmm.
And they live like in a very like swampy like area, so it picks like a relatively not watery spot and lands in it and stands there. It kind of barks a few things at some of the Corrido people, and you see Irtos comes out, the leader of the Corrido people, and Call speaking to Irtos for a little bit. And then you see Call like barf up some treasure onto the ground, and then takes off.
Ah. I'm gonna mosey on over and ask Gyarados about that.
Yeah, Irtos sees you and she says, "Oh, greetings, Sunvara and the Stradava.
We saw
We
the
are
dragon.
visited by
the Black Dragon of the Marsh, and then by you. What a coincidence.
I will admit it's not a coincidence. We helped the dragon deal with some issues to the east, and it was bringing back spoils, but I wanted to see where it was going since it didn't go back to its cave directly. I was a little surprised to see it come here and seemingly drop off this kind of wealth.
Is this the first time this has happened?
Yes, this is new. The dragon spoke to me and said that it wanted us to distribute its wealth in a way that would keep it safer than if it were in one central location.
Laundering. Doing the Swiss bank thing. I get it. Okay.
It's a communist.
It
Well,
wanted
it's
us to be sure that the wealth was Call told me to distribute it to the people for its safekeeping and to invest it if we felt necessary. I think the dragon was trying to tell us to spend it if we wanted to.
well, it's not incredibly clear that it's a nice gesture. I think he's trying in his own way to give back to the marsh.
This is like unheard of for dragons, right? Like.
Yeah, this is bizarre. Like, this is really bizarre.
Okay.
I think some of the lessons might be taking.
Yeah, like it sounds like the dragon like fully claims this treasure. Much like it claims everything in the swamp. This dragon tends to think of the entire marsh as its territory, its people, its land, its resources to do with as it pleases. And yeah, it just dropped off a bunch of treasure for its land to invest.
Yeah, so maybe that's part of it. Like, it doesn't feel like it's actually losing its treasure. It feels like it's like enriching its treasure because its
It's
treasure
investing in its
is,
land.
Yeah.
Huh. I mean, in a roundabout way,
Stonks.
that's good.
Stonks.
Dragon is stonks.
He said something about buy Dogecoin.
This highway was paid for by dragon.
Yeah.
Adopt a highway. It's just crawling.
He's just putting his name, but he can't spell his name yet, so he just puts dragon on everything. It's like, oh yeah, that's the dragon bench. That's the dragon school. Dragons don't go there. He's just naming it after himself. Dragon Town Hall.
It's just like trying to be as edgy as possible. It's like that is the school death. The dragon just called it death. That is the park known as Razor Blades. That is the just like naming all kinds of deadly and
There's the food market named Murder.
yeah, the famous murder food market.
Cannibalism not allowed.
Oil spill lake.
God.
Nice.
Anyway. So that what do you guys do now?
Okay. Well, now that I am happy knowing he has not I don't know, buying off some local mercenaries or something to go raid places, or doing something else sketchy with the wealth, I'm happy leaving him to his devices. He seems to be doing okay here. Oh, maybe I think on our way out, just stop back and let somebody know to begin like a small project to make like a roost for him in the Citadel, like one that's like a comfortable spot for him to sit to like kind of just look over the whole thing if he feels like it. I
Yeah.
mean, hey, if we have to defend that place against hordes of who knows what, like outside invaders, having a dragon at the very top just shooting acid down on the surrounding area would be pretty dope.
Or even just yeah, adult black dragons have frightful presence too.
Yeah, like, oh my god, this castle is almost impenetrable. Also, I'm fucking terrified.
Yeah, like I mean, anybody within 120 feet of the dragon can't come any closer. So if it's sitting like the central, or it could kind of swoop around and just fear everything around it.
Yeah.
Nobody could go in.
Man, I'm kind of like looking forward to possibly an outside force trying to invade the marsh, and us being
Somebody
like, come on,
invade.
please.
Come on.
We just installed ballistas on the corners. Come on. Got an itchy trigger finger.
You're gonna have to pay somebody to like start a conflict, assassinate somebody important.
Oh
so
god, a
that,
false flag operation. Jesus.
yeah, so Hizzard says he'll get to work on that, and he's got some spells, so he can take care of it. You guys you get everything prepared. You get all your you get all your barrels of meat together. You get them blessed by the priests at the temple. The wizards finish their retrofitting of the ship, and pretty much all the preparations I think are made to go underway and go to the abyss.
And yeah, so while they were kind of blessing, or not blessing it, but actually like putting the runes on the ship and stuff like that to imbue it with the like repel water kind of thing, or well, I guess just be submersible.
Right.
I think they would still be just like finalizing the changes on the ship, so to make it submersible, or at least to streamline it so that they retrofitted a more angular bow to it, so it doesn't have the flat front anymore. It actually has like a trireme-esque, like battering ram, like face to it.
Nice.
And the masts are going to be designed to use the rigging in order to be able to lower them against the hull, like to fold them backward, almost like fins on a fish. And then once that happens, it would just propel itself under oars. Basically,
Nice.
anybody that's rowing underwater.
How long do you think it takes to take the mast down or put it up?
I mean, it still had to be very sturdy, so it would take, I'd say, a few minutes in order to do it efficiently. To take off tension on the like mast and remove like pins on a pivot.
Yeah.
And then slowly lower it against the hull using like rigging.
Do they have to take the sails off of it?
I think the sails, most of it's designed already to use just like square, simple sails, so it already would just kind of they'd get furled and like stick to the mast. So basically, they would all be tied together to the mast up against the roof of the ship.
Nice. Cool. Yeah, let's just say like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Just in case that comes up.
In a perfect scenario, 10 minutes is would be a really good time. Really good timing.
We could compromise and say one action.
One action, 10 minutes. That's about one round, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for me on any given day, one action takes about 10 minutes, yeah. Sock,
Can I attack?
10
Can
minutes.
I attack? Can I attack? Can I attack? Can I attack? And then a Hunger Jaws.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after getting everything prepared, what do you guys do? You guys
Hey,
ready?
Hey, Liston, your helmsman, is he available right now?
Possibly. He might require some soul coins.
Hmm. Wait, but he's already on contract, right? So like, pay period isn't here yet.
It's a new year.
It is a new year.
New year, new sticks. Hmm. We don't have any soul coins right now, do we?
I don't think so.
Okay.
We could always ask him if he can help
Yeah.
us.
Do you
So I
guys
guess-
go talk to him?
Yay.
He's standing like this, like looking out at the sea from the top of the ship. As you guys come aboard, says, "You are back. I take it you need my services."
Yes, I have a ship that we need to take. I believe this time through the River Styx.
Interesting. Well, I am on retainer for another few months at least. I care not what ship it is that I'm piloting.
So this ship, it's a bit different. You may need a spotter to to look out for you and relay back positioning. It's not very open.
We shall see.
Hmm.
As long as we stick to familiar waters, I don't think there will be an issue.
Have you ever been to the Abyssal Plains?
Many times.
Is our guy. Okay. Actually, wait. Now I'm also curious. So, Meat Ship is in Waterdeep. Is the Bitch's Gift? Is that in Waterdeep as well, or is that up in like Neverwinter?
I don't know where you left it last.
Where is my ship?
I think it is in Neverwinter because I think you guys you stopped at
It's
the guild hall and all
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Now I'm beginning to wonder if we should actually like. If we have 3 full-size ship now, we might might just want to like buy a section of like mooring docks so we can have our own private shipyard.
I mean, you could probably. Well, I was gonna say, like somewhere outside the city, or
Yeah.
I mean, you could
Like-
probably have something built at some point. You'd probably need permitting and stuff from like the local.
I mean,
you know,
couldn't
from-
we just build it on my island?
Lord of the area.
I know where I'm keeping the bitch's gift.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Inside
Where's it at?
Mount Hote now.
You're just like, wow, how'd they get this ship in here?
Somehow.
Wait, how would you get it in there?
I'll just gate it there. It'll take 2 days, but
Oof. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
no, just fly. What am I talking about? I just need an opening.
So yeah, we just need to show the ferryman the boat.
all right. Yeah. I mean, you guys can teleport all over the place and stuff. You end up back in Waterdeep. You take the ferryman with you. Do you have some way of disguising him? by
Oh,
any chance?
so we're not just walking him through town as like this ghastly like skelling man.
Yeah. You know,
Uh,
he's an actual fiend, you know.
I mean, he also is rolling with the Strahd. Like, if people give him like or like look at him with any concern, we're just like, he's with us.
He without fear follows you through the streets of Waterdeep as he kind of like curiously like looks at the passersby who um are extremely unnerved by him.
I'll use some disguise kit stuff on him.
Okay, what do you do to him?
Um, like
Give him some
Weekend
nice
at
pants.
Bernie's, put the shades, put glasses on. And I actually, yeah, I'm gonna give him the Hawaiian shirt too with it.
Great, yeah. He looks he looks like he's on vacation.
Nice sun hat.
You take off his like creepy black, like and purple, like spooky hat and give him a sun hat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's like a big straw hat thing.
he doesn't seem to mind. He still unnerves people, but they don't know why now. They're just like can't tell. Like they're just like oh, like they don't have any reason why, but they're just like that guy creeps me out, and I don't even know.
Just someone that
Um,
gives you the heebie-jeebies and you can't put your finger on it.
Like, did you hear like whispering like on the wind, like when he walked by? Yeah, and you walk him to the new to meet ship. What have you named your ship, Meat?
Purposefully not,
Hmm.
because Meat has decided that, like the dragon, it has to earn its name,
Oh, okay.
and that's also something it shares with it, is that it also has a dragon figurehead on it.
Um, yeah, so you guys make your preparations, you get everything loaded up, you get your lizard folk to the boat. They set up, you know, they're like throwing all their like equipment and stuff on the racks, and making their, you know, setting everything up, you know, rolling in the food barrels and tying them up and stowing everything for sea. And you guys, do you guys spend one last night on the material plane?
Yeah, probably want to go to the abyss fresh.
Yeah, that's what I was
Okay.
thinking.
Probably blew a bunch of spells, teleports, and stuff, getting
Oh
everybody
yeah,
around.
I am very low on high level spells right now.
Manasa wants
Uh,
to get in drinking matches with the lizard folk again.
Yeah.
um, you you set everything up. You shove off from shore. You know, they pull in all the mooring lines. It's a pretty nice day out. It's early morning, and you're sailing away. And you sail out into the ocean. Um, then what do you do?
Well, I think it's a good idea that we try the submersible aspect before we are in the sticks. So
That's probably smart.
yeah, we'll go for that. So me to give the order to bring in the rigging.
And they run up there and they start. Listen, did you cast your spell?
Oh, my
Your
unseen crew.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or you just okay?
Are we taking lizard folk?
Yeah, they're going to be also there as like a supporting, like
Okay.
they can guard the ship while we're away and things like that,
How
or
many of them?
boarding parties. 10.
10, and then a full crew's 20.
I think so.
Oh, you're thinking of making up the remainder?
Yeah. 3 unseen
'Cause he-
crew members per spell level, so. Wait, so standard cast is 15? Or no? Per spell level?
I don't remember.
It says you summon 3 unseen crew members per spell level. So it's a 5th level spell. So
Okay.
the minimum is
That'd be 15. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
And so yeah, I mean we could just
Yep,
have
20
some
crew
of the-
is full crew.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll cast it.
Level, but
Okay, then we can have 5 of the lizard folk rotating shifts to help the unseen crew.
Yeah, there you go.
That way, basically like hot bunking essentially.
Absolutely. Yeah, so only half of them are on shift at a time. That works out good.
Like we don't even really have to tell them to do any specific task that the unseen crew isn't doing. They just pick whichever they feel comfortable doing, and then all the other tasks are just getting done.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
That'd be dope, actually.
let's
I don't
see.
want to do that job. That job sucks. I'll do this one. Oh, hey, something else is doing that job, I guess.
What were you saying, listen?
I was thinking about upcasting it for more duration, but I can just cast it again, I guess, later. Before I went to sleep, I would have casted Contingency too.
Okay.
So a new 10 days.
Sure.
If I die.
Yeah, any preparation you guys want to do? Pick your spells. If you do that kind of thing. Make sure everything is ready. They take down the mast and they secure it and make everything ready to submerge.
Do I know something that would survive okay in the abyssal plane? Like a beast? Like maybe a bat or something? I don't even know.
For what purposes?
I guess something like mobile enough to escape is what I'm thinking. So I don't think like a T-Rex or a giant ape or
To polymorph?
yeah, for polymorph.
I mean, you haven't really been there yet, so it's kind of hard to tell. But most places are just places, and they may be kind of harsh. But you imagine anything, it's it's probably got land and it's probably got air.
Okay. I'll think about what the change into.
And everybody gets below decks. They what's it like? They pull down the hatches, right, and they secure them. And I imagine like when they like like do that, and then like little glyphs in like a circle go, and then boom, like one like lights up in the middle of like of the hatch. Signifying that everything has like sealed,
Yeah, so it'd be kind of like almost like there's a bubble that can't be pierced that is just coating the ship. It effectively also would be surrounding like the mast as part of the ship, but it would still produce like drag underwater, which is why it folds flat. So inside also there would be like ports essentially, where you could see out. So it's also, like think like a brick-sized slat in the wall on the main deck. So you'd be able to still see out when it's submerged through kind of like the weird magic sheen of the protection. That's basically all it is.
This bubble is more for like it repels like gases and liquids. But if you are to crash into something like it's still like the oars like still poke out through the
Mhm.
hole, but they've got circular runes around all those different ports too, so they can row while you're beneath the water. Physical things can still reach the ship. It can still be damaged if it
Yeah.
gets hit.
And you can force your way through the shield if you want to get in or out.
Right. Yeah.
It's just specifically protecting us against like the water.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and you guys are under the water, and the ferryman is like driving the ship. It says, "Orders, Captain."
Oh, do we actually submerge it? Or we're
yeah,
just on
yeah.
we're on like above still.
Yeah,
right?
they batten down the hatches, and
Okay.
yeah, and he's like, "Would you like me to submerge the ship?"
Yeah. Meat gives the order to take her down.
I think it's this one. And he like he like clicks a rune, and like he goes bling, and like that, and then he starts like pushing forward on the on like the yoke, and you feel the ship.
Imagine for this one, it's actually like just an actual yoke, so he would be able to control the pitch of it from
Right.
that control there.
Yeah, so he's like, it's like still like a ship's wheel, but it pitches too.
Yeah.
Like, so it like functions like a yoke.
He's used to that.
Yeah, and he just seems to know what to do like automatically, and he pilots you down, and the ship submerges. And you see like through the little ports and stuff, the like bright blue light coming through, and fish like swimming by, and bubbles,
And then, I wonder if would we have been able to buy like harpoon projectiles we could use if we're submerged from the cannons. Like instead of loading a cannonball, you load a spike.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, there's like the same kind of ports that have that the oars go through. There's basically ones that you can like lift up the cover on and like fire like harpoon guns and stuff, or like you've got a
Like
couple
actually
mounted.
Move the cannon up. Yeah.
Yeah, you've
with
got
the
a couple
harpoon in it.
mounted ones that like have like a porthole right there that you can kind of like wheel into position and fire ballista bolts through.
Yeah. It will go through the water far better than a cannonball. Okay. Well, just run some quick checks, like have the crew check every inch of the ship to make sure there's no leaks, no breach in the protection or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, they go around, they do a check, they kind of check it head to toe, 0 leaks. They don't see any water coming in at all.
All right. Well, then I think it'd be safe to take us on our journey, like listed.
I've never done this without seeing where I can go, but it shouldn't be much different.
There are ports on the front. You can look out the front port to kind of eye up. Because there are actually 2 forward-facing cannons that are kind of like sticking out to the side of the trireme like retrofit mount, and so you'd be able to see around those, or just like the little port above them.
Okay, I'll cast gate like I normally do.
All right, so you're like looking at a port, and you're just like,
Yeah.
like cast your gate, and you guys see this portal. So where are you taking the ship?
Where are we trying to go? I have to be on the stick somewhere. But how close could I get to Galavar? Where is it?
That's kind of the hard part because we don't entirely know. We just kind of are looking for landmarks. I think it's a little bit past the area we've been, if I'm not mistaken. We're just kind of looking for a landmark for the most part. So we're just kind of traveling down the Styx till we see it.
Okay, so like
Well-
right after we fought Satan Claws and we got onto the River Styx initially, that's probably right. And still being
So-
in the abyss.
Galavar, you got some information about the locations of where this plane was, or what plane this was that had the that Demogorgons got to and then suddenly turned around and went back the other way. That's kind of like your main goal to get there. That plane is you have no idea how many layers there are between that plane and the plane that is just outside of Avernus, that is the gateway into Avernus from the abyss. You have no idea how far those two are away from each other.
Do we need to go to Avernus first? Like, is that our end point?
No. Our endpoint
Based
is
on you found literature that had sketchings of
Mhm.
like an aerial view of that plane that you're trying to get to.
right. But to get to it, we only know that there's like the Styx flows through this big Titan. And
Yeah, on the
we don't-
plane before that, like the plane going to it, there's like you said, there's a giant Titan that the Styx flows through.
But we don't know what plane that. Well, I mean, we know the that plane's called, but we don't know how to get to that plane either, right? Unless I'm misunderstanding the information.
Listen, can you link the gate spell?
Nake Sterake.
Right.
Oh, does it have a name? Or is it somewhere?
I have a name for both planes.
So, you speak the name. I'm sorry.
Oh, do you just
yes.
need to know the name of it?
Yeah.
Oh,
you
well, I
basically
have the name.
you basically just need to know where you're going.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. Well, the plane we're going to that's next to it is Nakasterig.
Alright.
And the plane.
I'll say the middle of the River Styx.
Oh, hold on, real quick. Before we do that, would it be better to just go straight to Kragtoth? Why are we going to the neighboring plane first?
Oh, I don't know. That's the one you said.
Yeah, no, I was asking a DM. I just wasn't sure.
I never said that. I just said
You're just
I
giving me
gave
information
you-
on the neighboring plane?
I just gave you I gave you some information on the
Oh,
neighboring
okay.
plane, as well as the plane that you think you need to go to.
For some reason, I thought we had to go there first. Okay, in that
I'm-
case,
I might be thinking of like hell, how you have to go into hell through the Styx. Like you can't just show up in hell.
Right. Yes.
go to this place.
Okay, I'll go to Kragtoth.
You attempt to open a gate to Kragtoth, and as you do, there's a violent turbulence from this gate, and it fails to open.
So a deity or other
Oh.
player ruler prevented the portal from opening.
One does
Oh.
not simply sail into Gragtoth.
Ah, fair enough. So in that case,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna want to go to Nakasterik.
We're gonna have to wait a day.
Ah, I did not understand how this gate spell worked.
Well, now we can test.
I mean,
the,
technically, you didn't have any information to tell you that wasn't going to work.
Hmm.
But sorry, go ahead, Meat.
I'm gonna say, if we're gonna spend a day down here, we can see the long term like sailability and survivability in this thing.
Yeah, you want to run some drills and do some maneuvers and
Mhm.
yeah, that's not a bad idea. You
We
guys,
should scare some people.
Oh yeah. We could just actually we could probably sail up the coast and then pop up just like surface right next to the party boat. Just drive them nuts.
Oh, we totally should.
So you're gonna go harass your own party boat?
We're not gonna harass the party boat. We're gonna harass Caspian's crew.
Oh, Caspian's crew, yeah.
Oh,
You know about
That'll be
where
way
they
more fun.
are. Yeah, you know about where they are. Like you guys do some drills as you're like sailing in that direction, and you catch them, and you come breaching up near Caspian's boat, and there's a massive commotion, and people are screaming and pointing. And do you guys like talk to them at all? Or?
How is it possible to actually get out of the boat?
Yeah.
Or like,
there's
once you're
there's
on the
roof
surface.
hatches. Yeah, there's
Okay,
roof hatches,
so,
but there's
like-
also 2 side hatches.
once we surface, I like pop my head out and I go,
And like there's like 12 pirates with like crossbows like pointed at you, and Caspian like is like hanging off of like a rope looking down with his sword out, and he says, "My love, anyone that shoots her dies by my hand." And they're just like put their crossbows away. They're like and she says, "My love, it is good, so good to see you.
"Do you like Meat's new boat?"
What contraption is this?" And you guys talk. You tell him all about it, and in short, you guys, you just you spend like another day here on the material plane. You get used to the ship. Everybody gets used to it. They have some of Manasa's like tequila. They're like, "Do you want to take some with you? Like, you want to take a crate? You know, we're on our way to go sell it. You know."
That could be good.
Yeah, we'll take some tequila.
All right, so you guys take a crate of tequila. Eventually, you know, like I don't know if you eventually say goodnight either or goodbye either that night or in the morning.
Probably invite Caspian. Well, if it's okay with Meat, I would invite Caspian on board to like take a look around.
As long as he doesn't touch anything.
Or actually, it might be a better idea to send a few of the lizard folk over to have a drinking contest with some of the pirates. That'd be fun.
Try to win us some trip funds.
The ship's like more together, and like there's a bunch of cross like mingling, like Caspian comes over, a bunch of lizard folk go over there. Like the pirates love the lizard folk. They're just like kind of like naive dummies. Like they don't really like catch on to the social cues and stuff. So they're not insulted by the stuff that the pirates are saying to them, and the pirates are kind of like poking fun at them. You know,
Yeah, the
kinda
underhanded comments just fly over their head.
and
They're
they're
like,
just like,
"Oh, right on."
everybody has a great time. And there's like one. You guys got like a one great night, and in the morning, everybody says their goodbyes. You submerge again. You make all your checks, and Liston opens up a portal to Naakastarike. Yeah, and a portal opens up that initially kind of bears Liston's signature purple colors, and then it kind of goes black and cackles with this nasty energy as you sail into it and come out in the abyss, in the river Styx, the gate closing behind you. And with
Manasa, did you
that,
close that hatch?
I would have closed the hatch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I would have closed it. Did we go back under before we did it, or did like the pirate crew see us just like go into nothing?
no, I imagine you guys. I don't know. Did you guys want to go into the sticks while on the surface or while submerged?
I think for stealth purposes, probably submerged.
Submerged. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the last they saw of you is you just like sunk into the water.
Is
That's
there
still pretty hilarious.
is there a duration to like detect creature or detect object? Like if we're using it while we're submerged, is that just sonar?
Let me look at my spell.
Well, you got to pick an object.
Okay.
Oh, and
Um,
it's only locate for me, so you're like
Okay.
looking for something in particular, not really.
Yeah, you have to be looking for something in particular.
Got you.
I would say that as long as there's sufficient lighting, you can just maneuver via sight. Obviously you can't see very far in underwater, but as long as it is like daylight outside and you're relatively close to the surface, you within like 50 feet, you probably see just fine.
Yeah. And they probably don't actually move that fast underwater. Like it is being rowed.
Right.
So it's probably just like we're going at an acceptable speed to be able to make
Yeah,
corrections
you're
and not
going,
bonk into
at
things.
normal ship speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is not terribly fast.
Considering we have the stealth aspect though and
Yeah.
surprise ability, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm assuming the stick's like current is probably helping us if we got our helmsman.
We will see
Oh.
the next time on the adventures of the Stradiva.
We get wet.
Bye-bye.
No, let's not.